You're planning a trip to Paris but have difficulty adapting to local customs, such as meal times and restaurant etiquette. If you're tired of always seeing the same content and tips about Paris, this video is for you. There will be 7 tips that will prevent you from having problems during your trip, and the last tip will make you appreciated by the French. The truth is that you spend a lot of time planning a trip to see a new country or a new city, and you don't want something to get in the way of your rest. Many problems that occur when we go to a new place could have been avoided if you had known really important tips. In today's video, we're going to show you 7 tips that will transform your trip to Paris. The first tip is about restaurants. It is impossible to visit Paris without visiting at least one restaurant. To make the most of it, pay attention to meal times. Lunch is usually served from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., and dinner from 7:30 p.m. If you arrive outside of these hours, you may find the restaurant empty or with the kitchen closed. Upon arriving, ask the waiter for a table. He will offer bread and water free of charge. When you have finished your meal, remember to ask the waiter for the bill, as he will not bring it spontaneously. Unlike in the United States, tipping is not expected in Paris as the service is already included in the bill. The second tip is to learn some basic phrases in French. Although many French people speak English, it is always helpful and appreciated to try and communicate in French. Simple phrases such as bonjour, good morning, merci, thank you, and s'il vous plaît, please, can make all the difference, as the French value formality. If you want to practice your French, just let them know you're learning. They will be happy to speak French with you and help. This attitude shows respect for local culture and can make your experience in Paris even more pleasant. The third tip is about the best times to visit Paris: spring and fall. In the summer, many Parisians go on vacation. The city becomes more crowded and many buildings do not have air conditioning. Additionally, some French urban centers are implementing heat mitigation plans to tackle rising temperatures, including adding more plants to buildings and planting more trees. Leave your favorite season of the year in the comments. One of the most important rules is about safety. Avoid drawing attention to expensive objects. Walk as if you know the place and avoid crowds. Keep your cell phone in a zipped pocket at all times and be alert to pickpockets, especially on the subway and in busy tourist spots. Also, pay attention to opening hours. Many establishments in Paris, such as shops and restaurants, may close at unexpected times. Check opening times in advance to avoid unpleasant surprises, as many places are not open on Monday and close for lunch. Always check before going. If any of these tips have helped you so far, subscribe to our channel and click the like button to bring more content like this. The French care about the environment and only use plastic food packaging for takeout orders. Inside restaurants, the use of disposable cutlery and plates is prohibited. Bins with yellow lids are for recyclable material, and those with green lids are for common rubbish, so be careful to dispose of the rubbish correctly. The most important rule for the French is to respect local customs and French etiquette. This includes greeting people with a bonjour when entering a store or restaurant and avoiding loud talking in public places. Don't stand in the middle of the road in busy places, and always ask if you can take photos or film food that is being displayed. They usually don't mind but appreciate the request. Showing respect for the local culture will ensure that you are welcomed by Parisians and have an unforgettable trip to Paris.